Like, this is low key, could be something like you turn into your phone, to be honest. Like, this is like something you probably use more than your phone, for all of your entertainment. And your phones, you would literally just be making calls on your phone from that point forward only, and then everything else would just be used on this. That's what this looks like. Yo, 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 it's Joe Flamingo. You're watching American Drool. Now, look, I recently did a video about the Steam Deck and the Steam Deck OLED. And in that video, you can go ahead and watch it. It's on my channel. Go ahead and visit my channel and watch that. But in that video, I talked about how impressed I was with the Steam Deck and the Steam Deck OLED, and how this was like an incredible device. And it's something that if you do want to game the way you want to game, it's something you should definitely own. And I started thinking, well, I'm a little late to the party. It's been out for a while now. So are they going to make a Steam Deck 2 or 3 or whatever version they're gonna make? And so I started digging a little bit into it, and I found out that a Steam Deck 2 is confirmed, but when they're going to drop it, they don't really know, because I guess Steam is saying that everything's not meshing up well yet, and so they want to wait a couple of years until the technology catches up to what they're trying to do, or allows them to actually, design the device the way they want to before they release it. So instead of it coming out, let's say next year in 2026, it might come out in 2027. But when it does come out, it's going to be incredible. I wonder what that particular device would look like. Well, I asked AI to actually give me a design of what they think, or what it thinks the Steam Deck 2 would actually look like, based on some images I gave it of the Steam Deck OLED. It gave me something a little bit different than what I expected, and I'm going to show you that in just a moment. But before I do that, I wanted to let you see some of the concept creations some fans of the Steam Deck created before I get to that one. So as you can see right here, this is supposed to be the Steam Deck 2's controller. Now, I never thought that the Steam Deck 2 would need a controller because it's a handheld device. But then I remembered, wait a minute, this thing can, dock as a desktop computer. Someone designed this right here. So I'm going to be really just honest with my first impression of it. I really like it, honestly. I think that it might be, and I can't gauge size with this. I can't gauge the size, but just looking at it, if it's a decent size, it looks really, really good, solid. I'm not really sure why it would have these touch pads on it, but at the same time, I do get it, because it is basically like a computer, right? And so some of the things that you might do on it might not be actually gaming. It might be something else, and you don't want to have to undock it and put it back in your hand if you have it connected, to your monitor or whatever, just to, do the touchpad. So this would make a lot of sense. This one is actually pretty cool. So as you can see, this is a Steam Deck 2 concept. And this particular device has 2 screens. Now, this reminds me of the 3DS. It was one of the handheld Nintendo devices that had 2 screens. And this reminds me of that. It reminds me, like, it looks like an old Nokia phone. I believe I used to have, I think it's called the Sidekick, but it reminds me of that, but just instead of having buttons at the bottom, it has like a touch screen. But anyways, I really, really like the design of this. The only thing is that it's actually missing is the touch pads. It would need the touch pads somewhere. Now, I don't know how big this particular device actually is versus how it looks, but if it's relatively the same size as, let's say, like the Switch or the regular Steam Deck, then it's perfectly fine. Having 2 screens would be awesome. And you add some touch pads on this, and I see this easily being one of the things that they actually create. So when I found this one, I was really blown away by it, that this was actually a concept device, and it wasn't actually like a real device. And as far as I know, it's not a real device. It's just concept art for something that could be either a new Steam Deck or a different type of Steam Deck. I don't know if this is necessarily trying to showcase a Steam Deck 2, but it very well could be. But I gotta say, it's a beautiful, beautiful device. I love the way it looks. Again, right away, right off the bat, I feel like one of the only things that might be missing here is the touchpads being somewhere on here. But maybe with the type of device it is, it doesn't really necessarily. It's more honed to being like an actual handheld console rather than like a handheld computer. Um, but I gotta say, if you just look at how gorgeous the overall design of this device actually is, and you can tell by looking at it that it's a great size. Like it's a good. It looks like a maybe 6 inches. Just trying to eyeball it here. It looks like it might be 6 inches or 6.5 maybe, but still, it looks like it's more than there's more than enough screen there for me to be able to do everything that I need to do. All of your, I. It would be nice to have like an analog that you can actually shift up or up or down. You know what I mean? And I'm surprised that they haven't done anything like that. Have something that can just shift up or shift down and then lock in place. But whatever. I still love the way it looks. I love that the speaker is actually here in the middle. And then I'm going to show you something else as well. Like there's actually speakers on the left and right of the screen. Check this out. So this is the right side of the screen of this concept design, and as you can see here, there's speakers here, right there, and I love that, and that opens up just a whole host of possibilities here when it comes to sound. As you can see here, there's speakers here on this side as well, and it just looks like it would just give you an incredible sound experience. It just looks like it would just be so fun to have this. And I could see you even like not even really just playing games, but if you wanted to use this as like a sound system, you know what I mean, like to play your music, or to use it as like a speaker system. This looks like it's packing the power to be like a certified like mini boombox or something like that. So I love the way that they innovated in this way. This is what the I believe the top back of it looks like. Looks like you can you got your charging port right there, or whatever other thing that you can plug in there to be able to that you can utilize with that port. I don't know if this right here is a station that they put it on, or if it comes out of the back. I don't know. I have no idea. It's concept, so I really don't know. A couple more angles here. The power button is on the bottom, which I think is great. Okay, so these are the volumes. So this is the up and down volume for the sound. I mean, I'm really new to the whole Steam Deck thing, and I'm just really a big fan of it already. So I don't know. It says here, right here on this one, it says Carota design. Steam Deck Carota design. So this might be something that already exists. I have no idea. When I was looking for these images, it was supposed to be a Steam Deck 2 concept. So if this exists somewhere, I apologize, but I checked out the Steam Deck site and there was nothing like this there. With that being said, overall, I think it's beautiful. I mean, I still love the look of the Steam Deck 2 OLED and the way that one's laid out. If I had to choose between the Steam Deck 2 OLED and this one, I would probably go with the OLED, only because the screen seems like it's bigger. But I just love the sound system I love the way the sound system looks on this. I love the way you can tell that you're going to get an incredible experience, like whether you're watching a movie or you're playing your game or you're listening to music. It looks like this is something that you use for more than just gaming. Like this is low key, could be something like you turn into your phone, to be honest. Like this is like something you probably use more than your phone, for all of your entertainment. In your phones, you would literally just be making calls on your phone from that point forward only, and then everything else would just be used on this. That's what this looks like. So this is what AI thinks that the Steam Deck 2 would look like, and I gotta tell you, like, I was very underwhelmed at first, but then I thought about it. I'm like, well, it's looking like it's more like a controller with a screen embedded in it, like, and the screen is not like a normal screen. It's obviously some seamless type of screen. You know what I mean? Like something that blends right into the material. I don't know, but I wasn't like too upset about what they did. I asked them to do a few more, but the ones that came out looked kind of similar to the how the Steam Deck OLED already looks, and so I didn't feel like it was worth even showing or putting in here. And this was really the only one that it showed me that was different from what they were creating before. And as you can see here, it's very, very simple. I'm assuming that because I told it that I wanted next gen looks, next gen, concept, whatever the case. And this is they decided that it should have like a carrying case, like a hook, like a purse. I don't know. Other than that, that's pretty much it. As you can see, like, I'm turning into a really big Steam Deck fan, and I just wanted to share this video with you guys. I didn't want it to be too long or too convoluted. Just wanted to show you guys a little something, something, and then, go move on to the next video. But hopefully you liked this video. If you stayed all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. I appreciate every single last one of you guys. I want to let you know that if you give me a like and a sub, I will treasure that, and that is worth more than gold to me. So please like. Don't forget to subscribe so that you are notified for the next video. The channel is growing, and I want you guys, every single one of you guys who see this, to be a part of the next chapter and the next video and everything else that I do. So thank you so much.